Freaking N64 Star Wars Racers.
You know what game I wanted, but they didn't deliver? Star Wars 1313.
Same here.
I wanted that game so much.
It looks so good.
It looks so
No,
cool.
Mysterious. Shut up. Disney knows what it's doing.
No, I have stood up for Disney a few times on this subject, but no, Star Wars 1313, as well as some of the other canceled Star Wars games, like the Maul game they were looking into. No, those look cool.
You know they
and
canceled
should've been
Maul
made.
for Force Unleashed 2, right? That was way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Although,
boy,
no.
did they
But
regret it.
Disney knows what you fans want. So
No, it
they
doesn't.
shut down 1313's production because you don't want any of that.
The entirety of
Wipe
Lucasfilm
out the
was
EU.
wiped out.
All of it.
But you want
Let's
to
not get into this because I swear I'm
that
going to
old
have like
Marvel
a big
comic
argument with
stuff,
everyone.
like that one comic book we came out with decades ago with Luke and Leia making out. That's canon. Fuck it, we want it.
You know
Screw
what
that,
I
we want.
want? At this point, I'm willing to say fuck it. I want a story about a droid god going on a massive genocidal rampage and fighting the Yuuzhan Vong.
Visitor, are you just projecting yourself into the comic book?
Yes, I am.
I figured about as much.
Well, all right. We'll have the interdimensional star god from Crystal Star fight the Force gods, and then they'll fight a giant droid god.
Exactly. It'd be perfect.
Disney approved.
Disney, what's
It's
up with
like-
you and your fucked up pantheons?
But what I hated most about Star Wars 1313 is whenever they canceled it, they let out a slew of like videos and
Oh, yeah.
screenshots and all
I know.
Here's
that.
what could have been.
And like an entire storyline, like, oh, here's what you guys could have had, but no.
Well,
Oh, but
LucasArts
speaking
was
of
just like,
Carl's idea of all
closed,
the
fuck it."
pantheons fighting, now I'm thinking of like WWE with the gods and like some big giant wrestling ring.
Yes, that.
An
Yes,
Iron
that.
Cage match with
WWE.
real
No.
Nicolas Cage.
That's it. WWE Star Wars.
No,
What?
there
Is
was
it-
this there was this
Disney
movie review I was
approved.
watching. I was watching a movie review of Left Behind with Nicolas Cage, and the guy was reviewing it. He's like the army of spiders operating the Nicolas Cage suit walks up.
I know exactly what
The
you're talking
overweight
about now.
carcass walks up. It's pretty great just listening to all the analogies he can come up with for not acting Nicolas Cage.
Dude, Nicolas Cage should totally be one of the gods that fights in the Star
absolutely.
Wars cage match.
No,
Is this
no.
even a question?
It's a cage match. He is the
Oh.
cage.
Oh my goodness.
He's the cage in the match.
I like how Disney said, you know, fuck 1313, but what you guys really want is a book about Tarkin where we also name Palpatine Sheev.
Jeez.
Everyone wanted Sheev,
Planet-
Carl. Didn't you
Planet
know that?
Sheev.
What? I
Sheev-
don't know about this. Can someone explain this one to me?
Sheev is the most god-awful fucking name you could have ever come up
Okay,
for that
mysterious.
motherfucker.
What ended up happening was the guy that made Plagueis. You know him?
Yeah.
He
I like him.
made the book called Tarkin, and in it, he said he named Palpatine Sheev after the ancient god Shiva, god of destruction. Then plus, he also said when he got really drunk, he can go Steve Palpatine.
No, that was literally in his press release. He gave him the name Sheev, and then he gave why, and then he said, plus when I'm drunk, I can call him Steve Palpatine.
It's the
What-
most
what
stupidest
logic is
reason
that?
ever.
Drunk
You
logic.
fucking bastard.
What?
Well, you can sheave this
I
right up.
absolutely hate him now.
I mean,
I
he seems like a
100%
pretty good
you are a
author, but
dickhead.
jeez, are you serious?
James
Yes.
Dino, you are officially a dickhead, god damn it.
Can we get some
I
more
can't
Timothy
even
Zahn up in
read
here?
Plagueis anymore. because
Seriously,
he did
bro.
that. That's how
Can
bad
we
he
can we
hurt
just
me.
get Timothy Zahn's litany of characters again? Because those were good.
Oh, and now it's
Plus-
also, because it was in the Tarkin book, it's now canon that Palpatine never had a palace built on Coruscant or one that was already there. He just redid the Jedi Temple and made it his house.
Really?
Are you serious? It's just a Jedi
Yep.
temple.
Yep,
It,
Jedi
no,
Temple.
it's a Jedi
Oh.
Temple. It's an exact replica.
It was
in fact.
refurnished, he cleaned it all up, got rid of all the dead bodies, made his house.
Boom.
He scorched.
It's-
He burned them all. They left a fresh scent of pine.
So instead of the EU saying he left it like just looking like shit for all people to see that he murdered all the Jedi, no, he just cleaned it all up and said, "Oh, this is my house now."
This is
Even
mine
though that
now.
was a lot more
A
symbolic.
nexus of light side force energy came as
Fuck it.
Temple.
Fuck it,
Jeez,
it's my
wouldn't that be
house
like
now.
give you a
GG.
massive headache as a dark side user? Like seriously.
No, he really went, fuck it, it's my house now, bitches.
I'm feeling apathetic all of a sudden.
Half of me is like, that's not really a great idea, but half of me is like, wow, Palpatine, seriously, you're just like, the home of all of my enemies, my house now.
No, it's like all the Force Ghosts like, leave, we're gonna haunt you. It's like, no, GTFO, my house now, bitch.
He makes a force storm or whatever.
I like though the EU palace he had, just because I mean the thing was supposed to be the biggest building in the entire galaxy. I mean, come on, you think Palpatine didn't have the ego to say, "I want the biggest building ever"? to be
He
my
has an
house."
ego that makes Smaug look like nothing.
Exactly.
Palpatine has the biggest ego. It's great to watch because he's just
He
so full
had
of
an
himself.
ego to actually break the rule of two. Something that had been ingrained for
Yeah.
generations.
Technically,
his
the
ego.
Jedi were no more at that
His
point,
ego
so...
killed him. His ego was like, oh, I'm so good that I can totally get Luke Skywalker on my side, and Darth Vader will just die. And then Darth Vader was like, well,
His
no.
ego saw that a bunch of teenagers blew up his Death Star, so his ego said, "I'm gonna build a fucking bigger one that shoots lasers faster, assholes."
I'm gonna make a bigger one.
And it got
It's like-
him destroyed as well.
Look,
If you think about it,
Look.
Palpatine's the biggest troll ever.
yo, absolutely. Palpatine's a huge troll. It's
It's
great
not,
to
oh
read.
fuck, it's Palpatine,
because-
it's more like, oh fuck, it's this guy again.
No, not this guy. He walks into a party like, ah, crap, it's Palpatine.
No, it's Sheev. It's Sheev.
Is it
It's
legit?
Sheev.
Was
Hey,
was
Carl?
that his name in Darth Plagueis?
No.
Well, according
They
to
just called
James
him Palpatine.
Lucino, Plagueis is part of his canon, which is part of Disney's canon. So technically, Plagueis is canon, but Disney hasn't said it's canon. So,
I would like Plagueis to be canon because I really like
Pseudo-canon.
Plagueis.
but no,
Mysterious.
Disney will never accept Plagueis because
Oh, wait, not
Plagueis makes way too many references to old stories that were in other shit like comic books.
But the thing is,
games.
but then if that gets put into canon, then we can start getting other stuff put into canon.
True.
But they're not going to
references
let
other
that
things.
happen.
But, yeah.
Oh man, can we just canonize all of the old Star Wars like source books because those are a gold mine.
That would mean we would have to change Disney's new plot for the new movies.
I mean, Disney
I
already
love
went.
Star Wars source books. Just playing the
Disney-
D6
Like, here's the
games,
thing.
those are fantastic.
I wouldn't have a problem with the new movies if they just said it like after Thrawn and all that. Like, remember Ben
Man,
and all them? This is where it takes
They
place.
had 135 years set aside for possible movies. An entire period there where they could have done just about
It's not even
anything.
that. It's not even that.
They
You
could
can
have
literally
just
say
said
in
fuck
between
Crate.
events.
I would have been
so-
fine if they said Crate never happened. Just fuck it, I don't need Crate.
It would have been fine if
Yeah.
they just eliminated some of the canon, but no. Everything
they
that
could've
you
said
held
it-
dear is gone.
Angry Joe did say that you could have said it back in the Old Republic. You honestly could have.
When
Because
Yeah,
who the fuck
fine,
gives a
I
shit
would've
about the
liked that.
MMO? I don't give a shit
Janky
about the
shit
MMO
going on.
story.
Me neither.
Well,
Obviously,
I mean, hey,
that
why not?
they don't either.
Like, it's
Like,
garbage.
Disney
new
is so
heroes.
petty.
Give us some new characters.
The reason
So
why
stop
I-
beating a dead horse.
The reason why
Stop
I'm
beating-
mad too,
Stop beating
And
a
I
drunk
know-
Carrie Fisher.
and
Seriously. Stop.
the reason why I know Disney would never accept Plagueis as canon is because they've already done little things that let you know just how little they give a shit about the old canon. Because they made Kessel, which was an asteroid, a whole fucking planet.
Oh yeah,
just
Oh,
said-
that
I
actually
didn't like.
reminds me somehow.
It's just little details like that that let you know they don't care what you think
Yeah,
or what you
seriously.
know.
Look, the thing is, as much as I don't hate the Rebel series, I actually enjoy it. That I didn't like because it was a nice looking planet, but it didn't have to be Kessel. Seriously, any other
That-
planet, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl, you want
What?
to know something interesting?
What?
Apparently, a friend of mine at school told me that not only are they rebooting Star Wars, but in the coming years they're going to be rebooting all of Marvel, completely.
Good. I don't give a shit about Marvel.
Isn't that
I
what
I
they
don't
already
care.
did?
I
Still.
don't care about canon anymore.
Canon is garbage. They're going the same route with Star Wars that they went with Marvel, where it's just like, fuck your canon. It's here. Hey, look, there's 20 canons. Which one do you want to follow? Guess what? If a character dies in this canon, don't worry. They're alive in the other canons. Don't get emotionally involved. Shut up and look at it.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
give us
liked
your-
But to
about
be
Star
fair,
Wars,
the
is because
Marvel
they
canon's a lot
tried
more
to build a
difficult to follow.
story.
You know, honestly, they should have killed off some of the more important characters. That's just my personal opinion.
Should have given us new characters
Fuck
altogether.
It. Let
Yeah,
Han
seriously.
go. Like, he's old. They killed off Chewbacca. I didn't really give a shit about Chewbacca. Let's be honest here.
Let these characters rest. I want some new, more interesting characters.
If they don't kill off Luke Skywalker in the new ones, I'm just gonna be so pissed. Just because he's old
No,
as
because
shit.
as long as Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill are alive, they will keep milking it.
Han needs to die though, because I mean he's so old and
I get the
ancient. He could be
feeling-
my grandfather.
I get the feeling Luke's gonna be like the Yoda of this new series, where he's just
Oh,
always
yeah,
gonna be
absolutely.
espousing.
He's gonna
some
have to
fucking
be.
philosophy that makes
What else
no
is gonna
goddamn sense. And it's just like, figure it out, asshole. Oh, hi, Black Stormtrooper. Get the fuck out of here.
You know, I
Everyone
swear
keeps
he was
flipping
in
shit
Rebels.
about
That
that, and I
stormtrooper.
don't
I've already
understand.
pieced it out. He was in an episode of Rebels I watched.
What?
Really?
Yep.
Bullshit.
I swear to God, it's where they're infiltrating an Imperial Academy where they're training cadets.
God damn it.
It's yep.
This is why I don't
Black
know.
Stormtrooper
Nope,
cadets
not racial
that stays in the
diversity.
academy.
Oh no.
Makes sense.
No, it's infiltration.
Yeah, they literally
No one
put the
expects
kid in
a
because
black guy.
they're like training and they're training like children. So they put like Ezra, who's like the main kid character. They put him in.
You mean the kid with the blue hair?
Yes, with
The
the
kid with the
crazy
anime
blue
hair.
Yeah,
God.
anime hair kid.
Why didn't they just make the thing 2D, honestly?
I freaking love the 2D Clone Wars. Can we just
Yeah,
have more of
I
that?
actually
Maybe
didn't
that's
mind
more
that
of guys.
series. I liked it a lot.
No, I managed to find before it was pulled off YouTube a complete full HD
Yeah,
version of
everyone
all of
has.
So
it.
did
And
I.
I love it.
I also bought it on DVD.
I want to buy it on DVD if I can find it on like Amazon or freaking eBay
Dude,
or something. I would love it.
actually bought it from Blockbuster, of all
Oh,
places.
seriously?
Because they were still, because Blockbuster went out of business, like
Oh, yeah.
completely entirely. So they were having this big 75%
Yeah,
off
I remember
sale. I
those.
went there, bought those two. I was like, I'm done. Perfect.
I'm done. I'm good.
Perfection.
But no, those are seriously fantastic.
Grievous is actually a badass for once instead
Yeah,
of coughing
Grievous
up
Yeah,
is
blood.
seriously.
awesome in that. I could watch the scene where Grievous is just destroying everything over and over and over again because it's great.
Did Grievous ever once feel threatening in the Clone Wars?
No, not even slightly.
No,
That
never.
one bitch, I can't remember her name, with R2D2, she was like, "Oh, Grievous is so scary." When they showed the video of him like about to fire the ion cannon from the Malevolus, whatever the
No,
ship he had.
he's a cartoon villain.
It's like, fire! Ah,
He's an
rah,
old-timey 1920s silent film
he's twirling
villain.
his mustache, his robot mustache. Robo.
Yeah.
It's like Robotech,
Yeah,
but
and
worse.
you can't have Count Dooku be that one. No, he's got to be the elegant Count Dracula. Fucking asshole.
He even has Count in his name.
I actually didn't mind, at least in the movies anyway, Count Dooku.
Count Dooku wasn't as butchered for the Clone Wars. Look,
He
the way I see it,
looks
the way
so
I see
much
it,
like Count Dooku or Count
the
Dracula.
way I
just
see it,
kept
it's like
calling
it is
him
on the
that.
10. It's the Clone Wars. I like focusing on the clones because I find the clones to be infinitely more interesting than anyone else.
The clones and the droids are infinitely more interesting.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I really don't give a shit about the Jedi or the Sith anymore, just because they're
Nah, not
everywhere,
really.
and they're
No,
kind of
I
boring now.
I like the in-betweens a lot more. I like the bounty hunters. I like the clones. Heck, I even like some of the droids more. That's saying something.
There you go,
'Cause,
Droid
like,
God. Let's make it.
They
happen,
kind of made
people.
everybody a Jedi, where it used to be something kind of special. Now they have
Yeah,
like
that's
a
'cause,
couple with
one,
every
two
group.
People had it. Like 3 people in the entire galaxy were Force users at that point.
Honestly, though, I think that if you want to look at kind of, at least this is the way I kind of look at it, the Jedi start to get really annoying when you start to realize just how in universe, the Jedi honestly just don't give a shit about being a Jedi.
Oh,
And I
absolutely.
mean in the sense that, like, they constantly break the rules. They're constantly falling to the dark side. They constantly come off as seeming like they're assholes when you were
Yeah,
first
the
taught
thing is,
about them. They weren't. They were good people who were murdered. And then it's the universe trying to teach you that they're a bunch of pricks who don't
No.
follow their own rules. You're just like, all right, stop. Just something else.
Something interesting that I wish that the Clone Wars had done more of was showing the Separatist side, because not all of the Separatists were evil.
Thank you. That's what I hated.
Thank you,
Like,
yeah.
The Separatist was such a wasted opportunity to have like a brand
they
new
had like a
fresh
little
villain.
small story arc that was actually like a concerned senator within the Separatist that was like, hey, this seems like the legitimately better option for my planet. But then she was assassinated and got into an entire other thing.
I know
Jeez.
exactly what you're talking about. That's one
And
of
then
the
they
episodes of the Clone Wars
look.
TV
No
series I like.
Empire is straight evil.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the Separatists
there's
weren't.
middle management there that are just trying to serve out their good purpose.
No, but the Nemoidians were jerks. Can we just agree
Oh,
on the
yeah.
entirety of the Nemoidians?
But they're a stereotype of a
Yeah,
caricature.
basically. They're the
Well, the
business.
Nemoidians as a race were kind of just money grubbing pricks. So
They're the ones that are definitely going on the list just because I find them disgusting and ugly.
Which
and the
list?
Nemoidians are
That
genetically
list.
related to
The
Duros,
list.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
the
remember that
Duros
list.
even can't
Yeah, I remember
stand
the list.
them. The Nemoidians are genetically related to Duros, and even Duros
Oh.
can't stand them.
Nope.
Seriously.
Nope. Wiping out the Duros too, just because they're related.
So they look a lot alike. It's not that hard to see.
You know what
man.
I hate?
Duros
How
are
people
weird.
draw Cad Bane as though he's a chiss, even though he's a Duro.
Oh,
No,
fuck,
he's-
Cad
I have
Bane.
never been able to
Cad
figure
Bane,
out if
don't
he's...
bring up his name ever again.
I like Cad Bane.
Yeah.
I thought he was a chiss the entire time. I thought he was just a chiss. Then I realized he was a
No,
Duro. I was like,
he's
fucking
an-
He
hate
doesn't
him.
even
Dumb
look
looking
remotely
girl.
human.
He's basically an old West space bounty hunter.
Why do we need that?
We
Because we
don't.
need
It's the-
someone to replace
It's the same
Django
problem
and Boba.
with no, it's the same problem with Rebels. Why do we always
Here.
need a cowboy character? God damn it! I'm done
Think
with
about it this way.
cowboys.
Think about of all of the bounty hunters they've ever shown in the Clone Wars, he is by far the most least interesting.
You actually, I just remember
He is by far the
something.
most least interesting.
I just remember something interesting. Originally, all Jedi lightsabers were actually blue and all were red. Like, for the Sith, they were all red, and the rest were, like, blue. The only reason Luke Skywalker's was green is because Lucas said that he just wanted Luke to be that one special kid.
Yeah, well, that changed. But anyway,
And Samuel L. Jackson
No,
got a purple lightsaber.
Because
Because he
Samuel
asked
Jackson,
for it.
and you don't argue with Samuel Jackson.
Right.
Oh, yell at you.
there was
But,
that. There was that one change in Clone Wars that I just learned about that really just made me go, all right, seriously, fuck you.
No, are you talking
Was-
about Morban?
No, well, fuck you, but no, not that one. Where they took crystals, right? And they're not color crystals. You don't find them on a planet. You pick up a crystal that's just bland. You impart your essence into it, and it turns
I
into
know
a
what you're
color.
talking about. The fucking soul gems.
So why the fuck then did Anakin become Darth Vader and his crystal not go, oh shit, I better turn red now?
Like, it's an interesting concept, but they did nothing with it.
It's so
It's
goddamn
like
unnecessary.
it contradicts itself.
The entire lightsaber theory that they have now contradicts itself.
I just want it to be like how it was, focusing lens, crystal, blah, blah, blah. And I would be
Like how
happy.
we thought a lightsaber actually worked.
It
It's
would have been
like-
perfectly fine.
It was basically the Clone Wars saying, look, now you have a reason to believe the Inquisitor's lightsaber can work because we threw all the logic out the window.
I don't
Basically.
care. If you can't use the Force, you're not fucking throwing it and spinning it right back. Fuck you.
Shut up, Visitor. He can use the Force even though he can't use the Force. Just accept it.
That's bullshit. That's so asinine.
Can the Inquisitor not use the Force? Like, what is his deal?
They said that he was going to be an interesting character because he can't use the Force. First episode,
But he can
said
use the
he uses
Force.
The fucking Force.
Oh yeah, he uses the Force.
Yep. So therein lies
I
the
don't
problem.
mind the Emperor having another semi-Jedi hand with him. That's fine, he's done it before.
We
But,
kinda
come on.
hijacked your
Like
recording,
Mara
haven't
Jade.
we,
Mara
Nick?
Jade's an awesome character.
You
Yeah.
know who would have been better than the Inquisitor? Jarek. Jarek would have been infinitely better.
Seriously, he is a character
what's
that
his
already
future-
existed.
Was his
Here
future
you
clouded
go.
but destiny be clear?
Wrong line, man.
Here's what you do. Instead of
Driven.
having these like rebel assholes, you just take Kyle Katarn and get his story going with Jarek.
Let's
There
just
you
talk
go.
about all the good characters from the past.
Okay, look, Jarek could have been an interesting villain. Some of the Inquisitors could have been interesting, like legit Inquisitors, not just
Yeah.
Inquisitor. Hey, I want to tell you something, Inquisitor. Hey, I need to make a phone call to the Inquisitor. Well, which one? His name is Inquisitor. I don't fucking know his actual name.
Well,
okay?
it's possible that each Inquisitor is over like a sector, so I guess it'd work in that, but they haven't said it explicitly. That's just me
They
guessing.
haven't said jack shit about the Inquisitors, so
They don't
just
care
go with
about
the
that
Inquisitor.
either.
As
They
you
don't
can
care
see,
about
only
story,
one.
period.
They literally say it's like he's the only one in existence.
And then he
He's
calls
the Darth Vader to Darth
for
Vader.
like 5 seconds in one scene, and it's the most wasted opportunity ever. Just Darth Vader's head saying, "Hey, yo, okay, bye."
Hey, yo, what's up?
Wait,
Okay,
who's
gotta
the
go
dragon
now.
One? Like the picture of the Chinese dragon? Who was that one? Nick?
Hey, yo, let me get your number.
Oh,
We can call you up on Skype.
Oh.
Space.
Oh.
Have
Empire
your people
Skype.
call my people.
We get our people together and, you know.
I like how his mask is all weird. It's all like all bent out of shape. He looks like
Something
the
I
devil.
did actually like. I like seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi looked actually not bad in that.